Wrong about that all-in re-raise. Left with no more opportunities, and with that raise, Barry Hearn, he's still in last position, but in far better shape than he was before the hand began, and Liam hasn't done himself much damage still, half in play.
We were talking about position at the start of the program. Of course, the one thing that an all-in bet does take out of the equation is that position doesn't really matter anymore. From your own perspective, you have no more decisions to make.
Pass.
Yeah.
Pass.
You get new chips for every turn, do you?
Queen 10 for Pamela. Could be tempted into a raise, but
Pass.
she seems very, very disciplined.
It would have been cheaper to buy.
Yeah, Pamela not hitting the panic button at all. And it'll be interesting to see that Liam, he got stopped up there. May have gotten a little too fruity. 8-3 under the gun. But I don't think it'll put him off.
Very fortunately for Liam Flood, I think. I mean, Pamela's playing pretty tight and not that aggressively, so he's being let off a lot of decisions on his big blind. Possibly a stronger player may well have made.
Because those wholesalers in England are very expensive.
6,000 on the governor.
Pass.
Ooh.
Whoa, they've all had it at the moment. They've all been bashed around the head by Liam
Pass.
Flood, and
Call.
Call. Sorry.
That's your charge.
No raise.
Park says let him live. He'll try and catch a flop here. If a 5 comes, could get grim.
Check.
he
Check.
may well be
check.
loath to bet at this, Liam Flood, with that ace there. He may think,
6.
I can't
6,000.
really represent too strongly the ace. Well, 6 is a little feeler.
God bless you, Mags. There must be a damp bed in that hotel.
The problem that Chris Parks may be having here, Steve, is even if he does suspect Liam bluffing, you know, you can't afford to... Ooh!
Call.
Well, that's a bit speculative.
A 3 or a 6 would actually make Parks a straight. He's open at both ends. Double belly buster, it's called sometimes.
12.
12,000.
And that was a lifesaver for Liam Flood. He went from bluffing to value betting.
Fearless Flood with a bit of value. Well,
No.
no, I wouldn't have thought so either.
Pass.
Fold.
Interestingly enough, I mean, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but if Chris Parks had raised there on the turn, he may very well have taken that pot. But it's easier to say than do, isn't it?
I need to.
They're all in such a weak position, and they feel the weakness as well. They have gone all into their shell really here. There is nobody playing strongly at the moment against Liam Flood. He's dominating.
Yeah, I mean, you've got no margin of error with when you're playing against a chip leader, do you? If you make a mistake, it's bound to be your last one. As Ian Harris found out before, and then Barry Hearn after him.
It's grim,
Pass.
very grim. The problem for Liam Flood is how much does he keep raising? I mean, can he keep on bullying them forever? Or because he's got to show a bit of variety.
Call.
He's calling with 6-4 now. He feels he can do anything. They're not going to be doing anything to him. Call with a 6-4.
Look at that look. Oh, and Barry Hearn had a hand he
Shit.
could well have raised with.
He checked with a pair of 9s.
Not
It
that
just,
good player too, isn't it?
Yeah, you never know.
if anything over a 9 comes, where does he go?
Chris Parks has just hit top pair.
Wow.
How will he play it?
10,000.
10,000.
This has put Barry Hearn in a very tough position.
Oh, those 9s must have looked pretty decent before. Not now. Ooh, I think he's getting rid of
I
them.
tell you, I won't be knocking out anybody. I'll be passing.
Very
Pass.
disciplined fold by Barry Hearn, and Parks Doesn't get any action
Easy.
with a hand he probably would have been able to stand a little heat with.
Sometimes.
But every pot's a winning one right here. He's happy. Just pick up small scatterings of bird droppings.
If any of these players came here with a game plan, it's completely out the window.
Oh yeah.
If they thought, oh, I'm going to be aggressive, the only person possibly who's kept to their game plan is Tony Mackay, who hasn't really been involved.
Change my sign, just like.
But he can't change gears. He's got his foot on the clutch ready to, but he's not getting the cards.
The guy's given every indication of a man who's being paid by the minute. I mean,
We have told him there's no prize for second place. What pile of rubbish is Liam Flood going to raise with here? Perhaps not.
well, it almost seems set in stone, doesn't it? As you said, it's Pamela's big blind,
Well, he has
Raised
raised
to
with rubbish.
15,000 total.
and
Pass.
Liam will have noticed that.
It's there for the
Re-raise.
taking.
Re-raise.
Oh, perhaps not.
All in.
Oh, it's
All
another
in.
one. It's a vast bet again. Obviously big enough now for Liam Flood
Mary,
to
I didn't mean to bet that.
get away from it.
Can I take it back?
60,000 total.
circumstances.
Pass. 45 if you wish to call.
Bit of acting, too expensive. Goodbye, Liam. But he makes him squirm a bit, doesn't he?
He does. That's
No, you're too good, Barry.
Pass.
that is part of the game plan. It's
That's
all right
all
to
right.
fold if you get re-raised, but make him squirm a bit. Although
Come on.
Barry would have been happy to get action on either of the hands he raised Liam with. But you know, Barry's you can't sit there and try and set a trap there by just calling before the flop, can you? I mean, Barry has done really the only weapon that there is against a big chip stack like Liam, which is just stick them in.
Come on, Eddie.
What he called with the nines,
The more you play the game,
Got his bottom
you
smacked.
realise how
Yeah.
little you know.
and there's
That's
Barry
why it's such a great game.
ruining the
Yeah.
nines.
The trouble is you've always got alternate moves, which give you sleepless nights.
And he's thinking about the nines. Looks like there's an hour of those tossing and turning in his brain tonight. Why didn't I raise those nines?
I pass.
Pass.
Liam
Pass.
mixing his
Pass.
play up.
12.
Raised to 12,000 total.
Patricia getting,
Six to call.
sorry, Pamela getting busy for
She doesn't
one of
need.
the first times.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't need big card. Ooh. She doesn't need big cards to raise here. I was going to say as tight as Tony's played, but this is nearly a loosey-goosey call for him. And Pamela.
Impatience from both of them, or the need to get busy from both of them?
Pamela will be a bit surprised. I mean,
Check.
Check.
this is the first time Mackay has come out of his shell. His blind has been up for the offing all night long. And even though she's flopped a pair here, the flush draw and the big bet,
Double call.
that's going to end this, isn't it?
20,000.
Well, bottom pair,
Pass.
not good enough for Chandel. And she goes into the think tank slightly, thinking, oh, I don't know, such a tough game. I just can't accumulate any chips here at all. She's now bottom of the pile with only 50% of her original starting stack, and the blinds are getting serious.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
Welcome back to the PartyPoker.com European Open. I'm Jesse May, joined by
Pass.
Steve Davis.
Call. Pass.
Calling with the suited connectors.
Just him and me. The boss and me.
No raise.
He's not a bad fella.
Barry Hearn obviously feels like he's got enough chips to, as you say, speculate in a hand, Steve. And
Second blind.
here he is against Liam Flood.
Who checks blind and gives Barry Hearn the
Yeah,
opportunity to
check
perhaps
Barry.
either bet or
Check to Barry. Check. Both
try and
check.
get another club.
Barry's decided here.
Check.